Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
Let's allow the 49ers to answer this question. And we're going to start with the best offensive lineman, perhaps best football player in the freaking NFL, and that's Trent Williams, who has taken a mentor role with Spencer Burford, the rookie who's got every single first-team snap at right guard since training camp started, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So here's Trent talking about Burford.
I don't know if him working out with me got him in the first team. I think that work was done in OTAs. He gave coaches a lot of faith in his ability. He gave him confidence. But one thing I noticed about Spence just from early on is that he's just so confident. It's almost like, he don't really know the bad things that could happen. And that's what, for us, even myself, if I get beat, that one play could last for a year or so because I might make one alteration just thinking about that one last play. And obviously, hindsight, that's the wrong way to look at it. And so I was just impressed about him and how confident he was in using his technique, how explosive he was, how he played with good hands, good body position. So I knew he would be a great player. Obviously, working him in the starting lineup, I think he's deserved that. He's worked pretty hard for it. And, I'm rooting for him. I'm in his corner every step of the way.
He's special. And whenever you have somebody like Trent in your corner, that is awesome. And Burford, I mean, golly, we've done extensive work on him on Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, just type in Spencer Burford in our channel little search box and you'll get some of his film. If you're not on Patreon, just go on YouTube and type in Spencer Burford roster and you can see our roster countdown series. He's the first one that pulls up. We did a 10-minute video just on his background, who he is, what he does. It'll be the first video that pulls up. I had him at number 59 of our roster countdown. And this was right after minicamp. I was too low on him. I'll admit that. I'm wrong a lot. I'm right sometimes, but yeah, I was too low on him. But if you want the solid information on who he is, what he brings, what he's been through, all those different things, that's going to be a tremendous resource to catch up with who Spencer Burford is. Now, let's hear from the head coach, right? Because yeah, he's got all of his snaps at right guard, but you got Daniel Brunskill on the roster as well. And guess what? Daniel Brunskill started every single game, all 20 games. Freaking dude's an Iron Man at right guard. So he started 20 games, including the playoff run, right? The 17 plus the 3 at right guard. So what's going on with that starting right guard spot, and does he know anything? Check out this. This was from a few days ago, but I think it's important.
He's got a shot. Yeah, I think a number of guys have shots, but those are things I don't try not to think about too much right now. I don't, because it's the second day. We haven't even put pads on. I don't try to get too excited about guys yet. You just try to take it day by day because there's a lot of football to be played, and especially that we haven't even put the pads on yet. So he's done a good job in everything we asked. A number of the guys have. There's a lot of names in there I think you guys don't know, but or that the fans probably don't know, but there's a lot of candidates who've got the ability to do it, and now we got to see who can handle the marathon of camp and who's poised enough to handle those real games.
And so if we're looking at the names that fans do know, right? Most fans know Daniel Brunskill. Most fans now know Spencer Burford. Who's the other name that fans perhaps don't know? And it's not even a draft pick. If you look at who's been getting all the backup snaps at right guard, remember, Daniel Brunskill has received 0 snaps in training camp at right guard. All of his work's been at center. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if we're sticking with, okay, who are the guys we don't know that Shanahan alluded to? That's Jason Poe. Jason Poe, undrafted free agent out of Mercer, has been incredible. And again, what do Spencer Burford and Jason Poe have in common? It's Trent Williams. Trent Williams extends an invite, and he'll talk about this in this next clip, to several offensive linemen to go down to Houston and work out with him and Adrian Peterson. Well, 2 linemen took him up on it. Guess which 2? Spencer Burford and Jason Poe.
Like I said before, I've seen a lot in Poe. I've seen his athleticism, I've seen his work ethic, I've seen how serious he takes the game. He was a long shot, and I think he understands that as well, and you can see it in his work ethic. But to bring him down there, I always leave it as an open-ended invitation. And, him and Spence took me up on it. So both of them came out to Houston for like that last month or so, and I mean, they worked their butts off, man. I think the whole coaching staff can tell. You can look at Poe, you can look at Spence, and you see, that they work. Not saying it's going to make them a better football player, because we wasn't playing football. We was just, working and showing them, giving them the blueprint of how to be ready for camp. But I think if you're physically ready, you got half the battle done. So
there you go. And so the players that could emulate and work out with and transform their bodies with the best linemen in the NFL, guess what? It pays dividends. The people that want to go out there and fight and work and develop, you're going to see positives. There's no doubt about that.